For ages, the plains of the Masai Mara have operated under a singular, unbreakable requirement: survival. This remains one of the few places on Earth where the rhythm of life plays out exactly as it did in the ancient world. To an outsider, the landscape suggests a theater of cruelty. Predators are constant shadows, and the grazing herds live in the immediate proximity of their own end. Maasai wisdom views life and death as interdependent gears in a single machine. They have lived alongside these animals for centuries, observing that the death of one individual is the literal foundation for the life of another. This brutal equilibrium offers a template for our own lives. It invites us to look past the surface chaos of our world to find a more durable kind of balance and resilience. The health of this ecosystem depends on its predators. For millennia, lions and hyenas have shared the duty of regulation, though they employ opposing methods to achieve it. Lions rely on explosive, short-range power. They use a sudden burst of energy to overpower a target before it has a chance to react. Hyenas weaponize time. They use psychological pressure and relentless, low-speed tracking to exhaust a target, waiting for fatigue to do the heavy lifting. This relationship creates a surprising outcome. Predators are responsible for regulating the grass itself. Without the threat of the hunt, grazing populations expand rapidly. They consume the vegetation down to the roots, triggering a domino effect that turns a vibrant grassland into a desert. While hunters manage the population, elephants act as the landscape's engineers. They physically rearrange the environment to keep the system functioning. By toppling trees, they maintain the open vistas required for the grasslands to thrive. During the dry season, they use their memory to locate hidden water, digging wells that sustain dozens of other species through the heat. In nature, power manifests as a specific, life-sustaining duty performed for the collective. Dominance is a byproduct of the service an animal provides to the land. That duty is tested every year during the Great Migration. Millions of animals are driven north, following a biological compass that demands they find the rain or perish. The resulting herd is a wall of wildebeest and zebra, a massive concentration of life moving toward the only available water source. Their progress eventually hits a bottleneck at the Mara River, where the banks are steep and the water is thick with mud. Crocodiles have spent months in suspended animation for this specific moment. They wait for the exact point where the herd's desperation meets the water's edge. Desperation creates a visible stall at the bank. The animals are caught between the lethal reality of the river and the biological necessity of reaching the other side. The choice is a grim calculation: face the predators in the water or stay on the bank and wait for the drought to claim them. Eventually, the pressure of the herd behind them forces the first few into the current. The plunge is chaotic, violent, and entirely necessary. Those that reach the far bank do so because they traded the risk of the crocodile for the certainty of the drought. The river reveals that the only path to failure is the refusal to move. While the herds find safety in numbers, the cheetah exists as a solitary nomad. It operates without a pride or a fixed territory, relying solely on its own capabilities. This independence comes at a high price. Without a group to defend its kills, a cheetah often watches as larger predators steal its hard-earned meals. Its unmatched speed is frequently neutralized by the simple lack of backup. It's the lived reality behind the Maasai proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. A cheetah's speed secures the meal, but without a group to protect it, that energy is frequently wasted. Individual brilliance provides the start, but endurance is a team sport. The arrival of the rain marks a shift in the engine of the Mara. The golden grass turns green almost overnight, signaling a temporary end to the season of scarcity. The Maasai credit this to Enkai, a deity with two distinct expressions. One brings the fire of the drought, the other provides the salvation of the dark clouds. Drought and rain serve as the synchronized weights that keep the engine of life turning. One builds the hunger, and the other provides the feast. Success in this environment requires the steady resolve of the predator and the unyielding persistence of the rhino. We are invited to carry these traits into our own journeys. The wild teaches us to travel light, To reach the next season, we must shed the mental and physical clutter that prevents us from moving when the environment shifts. Life is a brief, energetic participation in a much larger cycle. The Mara teaches that paradise is found by embracing the beautiful, brutal rhythm of existence as it happens.